So we're walking into a reconstructed hill fort, which is surrounded by a wooden palisade wall mounted on stone. There's a gateway, and inside you see some of the typical. There's a place where people made woodwork, so carpentry. Little steps here so you could get up to patrol the wall. There's a little walkway around the wall so you can make sure there's no dodgy people coming. And here is a typical stone hut. So it's a round hut with a thatched roof. It's been reconstructed by a medievalist. So this is how people would have lived in what they call the Bronze Age, around the 4th to the 10th centuries. This is showing an old lathe used to make woodwork. Turn wood, so turning a spindle or some piece of furniture, I'm guessing. So you've got this beautiful round stone house with a fairly low doorway and a densely thatched roof to keep all the rain out and snow, I presume. And when you go into the house, there's a duck. It's quite dark inside. There's not actually really a window, but you can see it's been whitewashed. There's plenty of space. Well, probably several families lived in here. And they've got stools. Presumably they would have had beds in here. This is set up, I'm guessing, for education, so school kids, but it's got there's a fire in the middle. So I would have thought the fire would have been able to escape through the roof, but I don't know. It's not really a chimney in here. But you can see there's a cupboard in the wall and an old chair. They would have made that with their old tools, fleeces. And yeah, again, I'm a bit confused about the fire because normally there's somewhere for the smoke to escape higher up, but we don't see that here. You can see the thatch, the ends of the hay that's been used for the thatch sticking through. And there's a little table here. Now there's also a hidden underground part of this. You can go down on a ladder, and this is a place they used to hide if they were getting raided, used for defensive purposes really. So there's a ladder going down there. I'm not going to choose to do that right now. Here we have a communal fireplace in the village, and a place where people can do eating and weaving. So we've got some weaving happening here, and a loom. And then we've got another cottage here, which is one of the round stone cottages with thatched roof. You can see they've been dyeing some of the wool outside, and they're leaving it there to dry in the sun. And there's some wool that hasn't yet been spun, some spun wool. So if we go inside this stone cottage, we can see a very large loom situation where they're doing weaving, so presumably making some cloth. And this one has a similar roof without a place for the smoke to escape. This is a little bit smaller than the other cottage, and you can see the thatch and stone, a bit of straw. Perhaps that's where they slept. And little baskets made of rushes. That's a very old style basket, it looks like. There's There's a carding comb. And somewhere they must have a spinning wheel. I haven't seen a spinning wheel yet. So there's lots of rushes there that are probably used for making baskets, such as these. And there's some of the cloth that they've been weaving. And that's the weaving cord there. And a door made of part logs. This is the outside of the ring fort, and the soutterain, or underground passage, that you can use to get out of it. We're going to go inside. It's quite wet. I'm not going to go in very far, but basically you can climb through, and then it actually ends up back in the house. So it's like a little secret passage where you can hide if you're under attack. And it comes out into the forest.